This king laying on the ground. And you're talking about violence. The world went crazy. They started burning up every city it was in the United States almost. We're gonna overcome. We'll make it. We'll make it. Every time I look at that, I can't handle that, y'all.
Reverend Charles Elliott clearly remembers the day Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. At 86 years old, Reverend Elliott has made it his life's work to fight for justice and equality.
What King was telling us what hate do. He said, hate hurts the hater. It don't hurt the one you hate.
While Elliott has been a figure in Louisville for many decades, he was born and raised in the small town of Wheeler, Alabama.
Wheeler, Alabama was a very, very racist, infected business. As I tell people all the time, who that interviewed me, I told him, I said, it won't nothing for me to go down in the woods because we didn't have no electric lights or no running water. We had to go cut wood in the woods. Well, nothing to go down and find a black man hanging in a tree, just like you hang a rabbit.
The Reverend's childhood was marked by racism. He talks about moving off the sidewalk to let white people pass and having to get in the back of a line just because of the color of his skin. That treatment played a major part in why he got involved in civil rights work.
At the time, I didn't understand. I was just tired. I was tired of having to go to the back. I was just tired.
What do we want? Justice!
The death of Breonna Taylor was among those that sparked a national outcry for justice. And the city of Louisville was put on display as protesters spent months calling for the officers who killed Taylor to be arrested.
The other thing that I never would have seen is a number of white young kids, young men marching with us, talking about freedom now and justice now. No justice, no peace. All over the United States, they were marching for blacks.
For Elliott, the progress of the black community is undeniable.
God let me live to see this man here, a black man with a white mama, becoming the president of the United States. I never thought that would happen.
Talk to me about what you've seen in your life as far as from when you were a child to now. What's the most progress and what's the least progress?
There was a time we did not have the support of the law, of the politicians, or none of the political people was with black. None of them. They was the one that was fighting us.
A man of great faith, Reverend Charles Elliott says in the face of adversity, he has and will always rely on one thing, and that is prayer.
When we turn this thing over to God and stop trying to do it in our own way and start to following his way, then we'll have a plenty.
Carrie Grace, WLKY.